Now let's talk about spoken citations in academics. So why do we need spoken citations? Spoken citations are exactly like written citations. They give credit to the original authors. Oral citations acknowledge and give credit to the original authors or creators of the ideas, theories, or information we're presenting. Citing always demonstrates academic integrity by recognizing the intellectual property and contributions of others. They support claims and provide evidence. When we make a statement or present an argument in an academic setting, citing our sources orally adds credibility to our claims. It shows that our ideas are supported by reliable and authoritative sources, strengthening the validity of our arguments. They demonstrate research skills. Oral citations indicate that we have conducted thorough research and have engaged with existing scholarly work in our field. It demonstrates our ability to find, evaluate, and incorporate relevant sources to support our ideas, making our presentation or speech more academically rigorous. They give direction for further exploration, meaning, by citing our sources orally, we provide our audience with the opportunity to explore the topic further by referring them to the original work that we're discussing. It enables interested listeners to access more in-depth information, read the complete research, or delve into related studies. Spoken citations promote transparency and reproducibility. Spoken citations promote transparency by allowing others to look up the sources that we've used. It enables others to verify our information, evaluate the validity of our arguments, and maybe even reproduce or build upon the work that we're talking about in the future. And perhaps most importantly, oral citations help us avoid plagiarism. We know that it's called plagiarism when we present someone else's ideas or work as our own. By clearly giving credit for information we use to its original source, we demonstrate academic integrity and ethical conduct, and we avoid serious consequences that are associated with plagiarism. Citing good sources, written or spoken, backs up our claims and ideas, and it gives them credibility. When we're doing spoken citations, we need to include as much information about our source as possible. For example, what was said? Who said it? Where did we find it? When did they say it? Is there an important reason why they said it? Or even how they said it that gives meaning to our evidence? In the academic arena, our ideas are only as good as the evidence we back them up with. Credibility is the name of the game. When we're doing spoken citations, we use introductory phrases or reporting language. It's often called the language of attribution. As mentioned in the last slide, we try to include as much information as possible. We might just say the author's last name. We might say the last name and the date. For example, we could say, Smith's study highlighted, or Smith's 2022 study proved. And we could add as much information as possible. For example, in the words of Einstein, a clever person solves a problem, a wise person avoids it, in his 1925 address to Harvard scientists. Or a little differently, a clever person solves a problem, a wise person avoids it, as Einstein said in his 1925 address to Harvard scientists. You'll recognize reporting language from newscasts or movies. The language of attribution is imperative for credibility. Credibility means the trustworthiness or the quality of your information. Where is it coming from? For example, let's use our dogs make better house pets than cats topic. Let's say we're in class and we're debating with our classmates about whether dogs or cats are better. And someone says something like this. Would you trust this information? Have a look. Studies show that most people prefer dogs over cats. What studies? How many people is most people? Is this scientific proof? Where did we get this information from? Or how about this one? Google says that more people prefer dogs over cats. Google's a search engine. It's not a scientific resource. It's also paid to ignore scientific information by corporations and governments. Do you trust this? Or how about this one? I read on Wikipedia that more people prefer dogs over cats. Why can't we use Wikipedia as a resource? Wikipedia isn't credible. Anyone can access Wikipedia and change the information that they use at any time. So we don't use Wikipedia in writing or in spoken citations. How about this one? My neighbor says that dogs are better than cats. This is purely opinion. Your neighbor might be nice and they might be smart, but we need actual scientific support for our arguments. How about this one? Stephen Hawking said that people prefer dogs over cats. Which Stephen Hawking? That Stephen Hawking? When did he say it? Where? And why? We need something more scientific. Okay, what do you think of this? According to Hawking, 2015, 88% of people prefer dogs over cats. Science Direct has a copy of the study. What do you think? Let's check. Did it use an academic introductory phrase or reporting verbs? Did it give a solid statistic or some facts? Did it mention the author or a study date or where we could find it if we wanted to? Is it scientific? Do you trust it? And most importantly, is it credible? So what do we know now about spoken citations?
This is the way.